Welcome back to Final Fantasy V, everybody. Ooh, jeez. Just knocked my pop filter here. So I am Drak, and last time we were starting up the pyramid for the first lithograph that we need for weapons against the void. I don't know what else to call this part of the game aside from the weapons against the void kind of deal. I know they say Anuo, but this is like... Anuo doesn't get brought up that much. I don't even think there's a whole lot of lore to it. It's just Anuo is the void. So, the void or the end zone or the X zone or whatever you want to call it. That's fine. That's cool. We're good. And I am literally... So, this is just where my schedule is at right now. I am literally recording this on Christmas Eve. So, first of all, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it. Happy holidays to the rest who don't. I hope you guys have a good day, couple of days regardless. I'm looking forward to spending time with my family and my daughter's first ever Christmas. And I am excited for that. Actually, my wife is working on putting up the tree right now, and then I'm going to join her right after this because we want to be a part of this just as much as I'm hoping my daughter wants to be a part of this. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's and I actually would like to put something open into the comments below. So, I did this for Drak and Shoutout, and I'm gonna do it here. Is basically a question if you want to answer it in the comments below. Like, are there any specific not tree, but Christmas or holiday traditions as a geek or whomever that you actually like to uphold during the holiday seasons? Usually that, for most people, is like watching a bunch of old Christmas movies. It could be anything from the old Rankin Bass animated films to, you know, the things that you grew up with as a kid to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You could also do... Oh, man, the Christmas Story, you know, a bunch of this other stuff. Or maybe, like, you like to watch specific movies maybe you got during the holidays. Like, I know of a friend who actually likes to watch The Lord of the Rings every year because it came out around this time. I also have a friend who likes to watch the Harry Potter movies because they began around this time. They were originally, like, November releases before they became summer releases. So... I know of everything under the sun. My personal tradition is I like to watch the old Rankin Bass stuff because I grew up on it. I've also come across more recent movies that kind of tug at my heartstrings a little bit. For example, I also like to watch a movie that I came across called The Light Before Christmas. I really do appreciate that for the holiday season. The Polar Express. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. It hit the right chords with me, and so I do tend to watch it now as a tradition. And basically, my biggest tradition around the holiday season is getting nostalgic, because like all of the things... Excuse me. Yeah, guys, I'm still not over this cold. I'm closer, but... I get nostalgic, because around this time is actually like when my family used to get new consoles, or things like that. Like, our first NES was a Christmas present. Super Nintendo wasn't, but I believe N64? No... Actually, no, NES might have been the only one, aside from, like, major games being given. But these were big games that we were kids. We couldn't afford a $60 game on our own. And so being given, like, the latest Final Fantasy game, or Chrono Trigger for that matter, I know that was a gift one year, is a big deal for us. And we actually used to spend that day, like, playing some of them. I remember... when we first got our NES, I mean, sure, the first little bit we played Mario Brothers, and we really enjoyed it. But then we turned on a little game called The Legend of Zelda, and we enjoyed the living heck out of it. and it was my older brother playing and me and my older sister watching, but we enjoyed looking at this open world and the exploration that could happen in it. That actually kind of started a tradition in and of itself, where we just would watch my older brother play it and enjoy the story as it went along. That went on for Adventures of Link. That went on for Link to the Past. By Ocarina of Time, we weren't really able to anymore, but that's just because we were kind of states away at the time. So that's the way it goes. I really do appreciate the holidays just for nostalgia, and it's funny because Alex got on my case a little bit. We actually just wrapped up our last recording for the year for Drak and Shadow, and he was giving me a little bit of crap because I kept on referring to Game Grumps jokes. I've been watching a lot of Game Grumps recently, mainly like their playthroughs of the original Mario Brothers, of the original Zelda, and just having a good time along with them. And so, you know, as silly as that might sound, I've really appreciated it. It's kind of scratched that itch for me. And we are still making our way through the pyramid. This is going to take a while, people. This dungeon is especially long, and on top of that, I actually, like, halfway through got annoyed at the enemies constantly pestering me, and started to abuse Gill Toss a little bit, because I actually didn't have the Gill ready for it. Actually, speaking of Gill Toss, so I told this story on Drak and Shadow too, but I'm sure there are people that don't necessarily watch everything that I produce, especially like they're probably not all subscribers to Drak and Shadow plus my channel. So I might as well show this here. So I'm still working on Final Fantasy V to get this recorded so that I can get it out to you guys. And it actually, I'm not too far away from where this part is right now. And the main reason being is the final act of Final Fantasy V is a grind fest, mainly because you need and want to get all of the job class abilities that you can get. You want to master all the jobs and also get all of the bonus content that gets unlocked as you get the lithographs. So like, for example, Leviathan and Bahamut, you really want to get those. So I've been doing a lot of grinding recently, along with reviews and all the other things that I'm doing. And my wife works on the weekend, so during the weekend I am watching my baby girl for about 12 hours a day. More than that, but my wife is a nurse, so she works 12 hours. And I just decided to put one day just to put my baby girl on the couch in my office and just let her play, and I would go work on some grinding. And then she kind of got into it, and I was a little shocked by that, because, you know, to a lot of people, especially kids these days and their tablets and their electronics, she was interested, and I didn't think that this would be a game or anything like that that caught her interest. For all I know, it was just all the colors that were happening on the screen that caught her eye. But she was really into it, so I decided, just for the heck of it, and she was getting a little fussy, so I decided to put her in my lap and just put the controller right in front of her. And just, you know, I took on a couple of battles, and she was really getting into it. Like, she was trying to feel the controller and all that, so I'm like, why the heck not? And threw caution to the wind, and I randomly got into a battle, and I just let her have it. I let her mess around with the controller. And it took a little while for this to happen, and I don't even know if this was planned. I really don't think it was. But basically, the planets aligned, and the blue moon came out, and she actually... So I had a samurai in my party, which means you get the Gill Toss, and the Gill Toss is a super powerful ability in Final Fantasy V. It can, as you guys can see, it's literally nuking things left and right. So she just so happened to hit the buttons in the correct order to get my samurai to do Gill Toss, and nuked everything on the screen. And she was happy about it. She's like, yee, this is fun. And I was just like, I am so proud of my daughter right now. Because it's like, dude, she's got this. And I know that, like, half of it is she was just messing around. She doesn't know what she did. But man, a dad can hope, right? Like his grinding prowess has rubbed off on his daughter. And we'll see in later years whether or not she actually likes to play. Oh yes, this guy's threatening me with his brother. And even if she doesn't like games later on in her life, that's the joke that me and my wife make all the time, is that she's going to be ultra opposite of us. Like, we're both geeks and gamers. She will want to be the jock. She'll want to be like going to soccer games and things like that. Like, we're going to be doing everything that we didn't really ask our parents to do, which is going to be going to soccer games or basketball games, whatever it might be. And I'm okay with that, but I will always have this treasured moment of my little girl played Final Fantasy V for like 5 seconds, got really, really lucky, and made his father proud. Or made her father proud. Really, really proud. So I just wanted to share that story. It's dumb, I get it, but it's a great moment for me. One of those great moments of being a parent. And we've had tons of them. I actually noticed that somebody gave a complaint like, you guys don't like being parents, do you? No, I think me and Andrea would both wholeheartedly say we enjoy being parents. We love her. We love having her here. It's just occasionally, you have to deal with the fact that your daughter or your kid is going to be a stinky pants from every now and then. She's going to get fussy. She's going to get cranky. And we're okay with that because that's such a tiny portion of the time that we spend with her. Most of the time we spend with her, she's happy and she's calm and content and likes doing what we're doing and is constantly learning. And it's a different thing, and it's hard to explain. I'm sure other parents out there will be able to understand it, but yeah, that's the way it goes. So unfortunately, I'm going to cut out of this because, again, I want to hear you guys' comments below, like things you love to do with your family or without for the holidays. And just leave a comment below. I'd love to read them and give kind of my feedback on it. With that, I do have a little bit of business to brush under the rug here for a second. So while we're making our way through here, because this is still going to take a while. So I just want to give a quick reminder to people. Next week, Drak Let's Play Live will be here. It will be Heroes of the Storm. I'm still debating whether or not we're going to do a Cho'Gall unlocking for people. We might. I do know that... So here's the other thing, too. It will be at 7 o'clock. I know that a lot of people weren't able to make the Hearthstone one that I did earlier this week. It's just for this week more. And then at that point, we're going to go back probably to a 5 o'clock... to a 5 o'clock airing. And then at that point, people can attend. This is just for the holidays. It's more for our time constraints than anything else. Because I want to be a part of my daughter's first Christmas. So I apologize if that's created a problem for you guys, but you guys can catch it later on. And I hope you guys enjoy it. We actually played through League of Explorers, and you guys got to watch me fail for about 2 hours. I'm trying to think. Where did I end on that? Oh, no, I got to the minecart. So I finished the minecart, and then I was on to Arcadis in one of the wings, and I will admit, I finished it, just because I was so interested. I wanted to get the cards. So now I have League of Explorers done. I don't have the class challenges done yet, but that'll probably be done off camera, because really, when people want to watch Hearthstone, it's for the multiplayer. I know that you guys love the solo adventures, or at least some people do. Some people have actually said they don't like that, like keep that gameplay to yourself. I don't want to do that. Like, the unlocking of a new adventure for Hearthstone is kind of part of the fun. So we'll probably still do that. But Hearthstone is going to be one of those things that gets kind of interchanged. But yeah, so this week, or this upcoming week, 7 o'clock to 9, and we're going to do Heroes of the Storm. And then the following week, I may have something in store, something that has been requested, unless you guys leave another request in the comments below. It is a Steam game, it's not a Blizzard game. But I may want to gauge and see if people actually want to see me play it. So, and to the people who are at, like, to the legitimate Blizzard fans who are asking, okay, you know, what Blizzard games are you going to incorporate? Heroes, Hearthstone, those are givens. If I can get back into the Overwatch beta, I will show that off, too. StarCraft 2 multiplayer, I probably won't, mainly because I'm one of those guys that would get his butt handed to him, like, relentlessly. And so, that's not a fun experience for anybody. Like, I'm sure you guys would like to hear me get some victories, and you know, I used to be really, really good at RTSs, but since I've gotten old and I haven't really been playing them, I've gotten really rusty. I'm actually kind of surprised I got through Legacy of the Void the way I did. Especially that epilogue campaign, man. That destroyed me almost, as far as patience. So, StarCraft 2 multiplayer may or may not make it. It depends on the demand for it. World of Warcraft, that's probably going to make it. What I'm really kind of hoping will happen with WoW is I would really like to get a Legion beta invite and be able to show off the beta and show off the artifact weapons and things like that. So if I can get into that, that's a definite. I will do those like once a week. We'll go into an artifact weapon and see how well it looks. The other one, dang it, I actually have to look at Diablo. Diablo will probably do that. I know that a lot of people have been asking for that, and I don't know how I would do that just yet. Like, would I gather up a brand new character and just level him with you guys, or would I go into like my current character and see if I can get some good upgrades? I don't know yet. We'll figure that out though. I was really kind of hoping we were going to get a Diablo 3 expansion announcement, and we didn't. So that would have been like, oh, yeah, I can play through the story of that. That'd be great. So that's the business so far. We will go back to a 5 o'clock, and we will go back to console games soon. I just need to get some hardware upgrades before I start doing them again on the channel, so that I can get some of the delay out of those live streams. That's kind of annoying. So with that, I'm sure I bored enough people with business. I do have one other quick announcement. So Geek News also is not going to be going on this weekend. We're taking the holidays off. We'll be back for New Year's for best ofs and all that, just like everybody else will. That'll happen, but that's the plan so far. We're gonna take that this week off. We hope you guys understand. And again, we thank you guys for sticking with us. I thank you guys for sticking with my channel all year. I've had tremendous success, at least as far as this channel is concerned, this past year, and I've appreciated it. It's all because of you guys. The First Lithograph. Yeah, that's a lithograph, people. What? What? I can't talk now. Oh, cool. Elevator. And what does this do? Puts me right at the top of the pyramid. Something's written here. Bahamut? See, I had to stop myself. I almost said it wrong. I almost said Bahamut. And I don't want to do that. Oh, look at that. The Bird Island, where we actually went to Galoof's world. It's disappearing. Could that be Bahamut? That little island? The peninsula is sinking. I don't know if that necessarily qualifies as a peninsula. And out of the water comes the Dragon King himself, Bahamut, the god of summons. He's got a really nasty crick in his neck. Incoming! That's how big he is. He's creating shade for the entire thing. I'll be waiting for you on North Mountain. So this basically allowed us to unlock Bahamut. The most powerful summon comes out really easy. Look, 'tis a ship! Not just a ship, Faris. It's our ship. And people are probably confused by that. Are you talking about the one that we had with Ziza? No, this is the first one. This is the one that has the airship attached. People were wondering if the airship was going to come back. Yes, it is. But now I actually have to get to it. That's the thing. And we also need to get a 4th party member, because, yeah, we're not doing the rest of this game with 3. This is one of those moments where I got a little frustrated, because I wanted to do some grinding, but, well, that's the way it is. We can't really do grinding without a 4th person. Dragon! It's so nice to know your ADD is kicking in, Kryl. Reina! Oh, so she survived the void. She got hit by the void and then she got better. Okay. Reina, what are you doing? This body's mine now. Reina! What the? What is this, Ninja Gaiden Barts? Run. It's Melusion. A monster sealed in the end zone for over 1,000 years. I don't know why I have a British accent, but I do. X-Death! The monsters in the end zone all serve me. Ah! Reina, don't! Reina! Now you'll die slowly at the hands of your friend. No! I feel like I'm doing a rock concert here. And X-Death decides to part. X-Death! Now for your viewing pleasure, I will cook this turtle. Oh, that was X-Death. My bad. I will cook this turtle. So basically, because Gil helped us out, guess who's next to be attacked by the void? Oh no, X-Death has obtained the power of the void. Not completely, but enough. No! They're all being sucked into the void. No! And now a little crater is all that's left. That's all they could find. And here comes X-Death. Not much longer, and soon the power will be all mine. Then the world will kneel before me. Reina, no. Oh no, the dragon! He sacrificed himself. The monster has left Reina's body. No! Now! And so now it's time for us to take on Melusion, who is a little bit more girly than I gave credit for, but, you know, I'm still sticking with what I did. So it's time for us to take out Melusion so that we can get Reina back. Get our 4th party member so that Drak can start grinding, because he really needs to start grinding. Can't even remember what I was talking about now. Crap. Oh, yes. Yeah, so we're not going to be doing Geek News this upcoming Saturday. We will do it the following Saturday for best ofs and all that stuff. So I know you guys will appreciate it. And again, I am so thankful for all the people who have stuck with my channel this year. I've had, at least as far as my channel is concerned, tremendous amount of growth. I'm not saying I'm Markiplier. I'm not saying I'm Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie, for crying out loud. I'm not those people, but considering where my channel was a year ago and where it is now, I really do appreciate the growth, and I thank you guys for sticking with me. Especially since a lot of this year has been trying to figure out everything that I was trying to do for my channel this year, and the directions that I wanted to go. Because I don't want to be tied down to one particular facet of geek culture. I didn't want to just be the Final Fantasy guy. I wanted to be able to do other things like work on Blizzard games or work on PC games, things like that. And so that's why I started experimenting with live streaming and with the reviews. So I'm thankful that you guys have stuck with me, and I can promise next year for Geek News and also for this channel, there's a lot more coming. I have lots of plans. And crap, I just healed Melusian. I'm not happy about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and use some magic to figure out what is hurting her now. Doot, doot, doot. And no, that's a heal again. Well, thanks. Much appreciated. Now we need to get a heal out there. Crime and Nutley, come on! I thought I put haste on everybody. Bolt 3. Is this gonna work? Yes! There it is. Gill Toss! 0. So we can't really do that. Bolt 3. Okay, that makes up for the lost ground. Might as well just fight. Because Kryl is doing 80% of the damage! Oh, come on. One more round. It's gotta be one more round. We're doing way too much damage to you, man. There we go. So Melusian is now dead. And hopefully now we can... Oh, and we just got to level up. And now we can reclaim Reina into our party. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this week. So, again, happy holidays. When we get back next week, we will continue on into the story and start claiming some of the weapons against the Void.